Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law, and through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and also a short trading lesson at the end, so please stay tuned. In two of my recent videos I've looked at tick symbol NLST, Netlist. This was a stock that was initially first introduced to the Patreon, and another stock I introduced in yesterday's video was tick symbol HDVY, which went on after editing yesterday to a price increase of in excess of 100%. So congratulations to everybody in the Discord who managed to get into this stock. Today's video is just a quick video for an update on some key dates with regard to NLST and the HDVY. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is give a quick shout out to the NLST page on Reddit. So this is just a summary here of the next key dates with regard to court events over the next 7 to 10 days. So the first date, July the 22nd, could potentially have been changed to the 27th, so we're going to wait for confirmation of that. The next date we have is July 25th or 26th, and that is the INPHI update to court, which is due. July 27th, deposition from motion to compel in Samsung case on discovery with Judge Autumn D. Spaeth. Okay, so let's move on. The next date is July the 29th, which is the Samsung discovery hearing. July 30th, Google case complete documentation production is due by Google in regards to the equitable intervening rights. So for more details on that, again, please refer back to my video with Gabriel, where we did in excess of half an hour question and answer looking at these things such as the intervening rights. So moving on, July 30th, we're looking at opening briefs on intervening rights is due. So we're looking at whether it's absolute and equitable. So the points to remember at the bottom, after the joint discovery letter to the court, Google dropped the request for a summary judgment. So again, this is what we are aware of in the previous video. So let's have a look at the answer from Google now below. So point number 3 at the bottom, I'm just going to summarize that for you, and this is basically saying if you contend that you're entitled to intervening rights with respect to any of the claim of 912 patent, including separately any claim 16, state the full factual and legal basis for your contention, including any documents, materials, evidence and witnesses. So that's the point number 3 at the bottom that's going to be looked at with regard to any court case. Again, with regards to my previous video on NLST, we did do more details of the stock, the company, details of the case, catalysts, how the stock is being affected by the market, how it's not following particular patterns of the chart. Right now, at time of editing, I can see the stock has gone in excess of $10, so congratulations to everybody who did get into this stock. When I first featured it on the Discord and the Patreon, it was trading around $7. So hopefully more returns to come. What I'm now going to do is continue by looking at some dates to add on to yesterday's stock, which was tick symbol HDVY. I only shared the first 3 dates that were relevant with regard to litigation against Intel, so please refer to yesterday's video for details of tick symbol HDVY. So today is just basically an update on further dates with regard to the court that might be relevant for this stock. So let's start by having a look at the screen. What I would first of all like to do is start off by looking at some more recent dates for 2021, which are for the civil action against Intel Corporation by HDVY, which was the stock that we featured yesterday in the video, so please refer back to that. But following on from yesterday's video, just some further dates that I've already passed on the screen here. So February the 23rd, 2021, the parties exchanged proposed claim constructions, and then moving down, obviously we've got more submissions, and May the 4th, 2021, at the bottom, the plaintiff files a reply to claim construction brief up to 15 pages in length. So let's have a look at some further dates with regard to this case. Okay, so on the next page now, I'm going to share dates which are much nearer to where we are right now. So moving all the way down, the first one is July the 16th, 2021, and I think that will be a date that has been a key catalyst for this stock right now, and that was a deadline to add parties, so that will have been done. The next catalyst date there we can see is July the 30th, 2021, which will be again within the next 7 to 8 days, and this is the deadline to serve final infringement and invalidity contentions. The next date, September the 24th, 2021, this is a deadline to amend pleadings A motion is not required unless the amendments add patents or patent claims. So that's the September the 4th 2021 date. Let's look at the final remaining dates now. So on this next slide here, the important date that I'd like to draw your attention to is the first one, which is December the 3rd 2021. So this is a date for a deadline for the two parties to meet, to confer, to discuss and possibly narrow down the number of claims asserted. So again, in my opinion, just being speculative, this could be a potential date for settlement as well if the two parties are meeting. After that, if the case is continuing, we have close of fact discovery, we have opening expert reports, we have close of expert discovery. So these are going to be carrying on up till March the 4th 2022. Then moving further down, we have right at the bottom, May the 6th, we have at the file here for joint pre-trial order and pre-trial submissions. So now the final dates in terms of the ending of this case, let's have a look at those. Let's now look at the final and most important dates. So at the bottom here, we can see that these are to be confirmed and set by the court, but the proposed dates are, first of all, May the 24th for the joint notice identifying the remaining objections. May the 26th, 2022, final pre-trial conference, and this is the important one. Proposed date, June the 20th, 2022, jury selection trial. The court expects to set these dates at the conclusion of the Markman hearing. So again, these are all important dates with regard to ticker symbol HDBY. So as this stock was first introduced on the channel yesterday, this is a high risk penny stock. If anybody has invested, good luck. And the returns yesterday we saw were in excess of 100%. I think overall my conclusion is if this case is successful or there is a settlement, then we are looking at probably a huge award in terms of the stock. My prediction is well in excess of $1, possibly $2 and more. So huge potential gains still to come. In terms of a strike price, again, that's going to depend on momentum. It's going to depend on timing. So right now, we saw yesterday when I initially brought the stock to the Patreon members, it was trading around 15 cents and it closed in excess of 30 cents. So in terms of an entry price, again, it depends on the time, so it's difficult to give a prediction. This kind of stock does not normally follow normal chart patterns, similar to NLST. That stock has also not really followed the particular chart patterns we saw with NLST. The RSI was 90, indicating it was massively overbought, but the stock keeps rising. So we may have a similar situation with this. It's very high risk, so if you do enter, please consider a stop loss. Thank you very much for joining me. Please stay tuned.